Have you ever wondered what the difference is between large rotavators or tillers or cultivators or however you like to describe them? Because today we have got 4 very different machines from 4 different brands to test, to try out, to see what they're like on soft ground, see what they're like on hard ground, and even on stony areas. Let's crack on.
Tested by Machinery Nation.
But first of all, let's check out the specs. So Josh, what have we got up first?
Right, so first up we've got the Alco MH770. It's a machine that's got fitted with an Alco 196cc engine. It's got 2 speeds in forward and 1 in reverse and a 77cm working width. The tines themselves, the working width is 30 centimeters. You can get a ridging plough, you can get a bed plough, and you can get the optional steel wheels.
And next we have...
Right, so we've got the Stihl MH585, and as the name suggests, it's got an 85cm working width, 32cm tine width. It's got a 1 forward drive and 1 reverse, and it's fitted with a Kohler 149cc engine. A couple of ridger attachments available, cast iron wheels, and a weight kit.
And then we have the
Bertolini BT400. Now this is a 2-wheel tractor, which is a rear tine tiller. It's fitted with the EMAC 182cc engine. It's got 1 forward gear and 1 reverse, 26cm tine width. Couple of different attachments, but it's not a multi-tool, so you can get a ridging attachment and you can get steel wheels.
So what's this big bad boy, mate?
Now, for all you science fiction fans out there, we've got the Stargate BCS 780HY. It's fitted with a Honda GX390 engine, hydrostatic transmission with a CVT drive, so you can vary your speed on the go. This is fitted with a 26-inch hoe attachment on the back, but they also do a 32-inch. Now the engine options, you can get it in diesel and you can get it in petrol, and you can get it in key start as well. And now this is a multi-change tractor, so this is one where you can put attachments on the back, and there is 22 different attachments you can fit to this machine.
So with the Alco and the Stihl, they are more your traditional style rotavator or tiller, where the actual mechanism is pulling your machine along, whereas with the Bertolini and the BCS, they have drive wheels on the front and the tillers on the back. These two are more commercial machines, whereas the Stihl and the Alco are more high-end domestic.
Now obviously with those specs there's going to be a big price difference. So starting off with the Alco, that comes in at $799. Coming up to the Stihl, that comes in at $940. The Bertolini, the rear tine tiller, is $1854. And the big bad boy, the BCS, that comes in at just over $7,000, including the VAT.
Right, Josh, I think it's time we set sail.
Let's do it.
BCS first, up through the side here, and some nice easy ground, hopefully. So the BCS controls are not for the faint-hearted. There is a lot going on here. To be fair, I think there's less controls in a fighter jet, because you've got variable speed, which is a bit like Vario when you're Fent. You just push that and keep going up through, which I love that. But you've got lots of controls. Some of them sort of make the handles do this. These are the brakes for each wheel. That is your handbrake. That's your PTO engagement. That's another PTO. Oh, that's a lock. There's lots going on. Do some tilling. A bit lower. A bit of rev. Of this is you can slow it right down to give it a chance to do its job. A bit lower now. There we go. A lot more stony underneath than I thought it was going to be up there. I thought this is fairly good ground here.
So some would say I probably got the more simpler machine, but it's still a rear tine tiller. So I've got Bertolini. There's less control, so less things I've got to worry about when I'm using it. And the blades on it are a little bit different to the rest of them. So we'll show you that in a minute. So we'll start the engine. Knock the choke off and we'll keep it on full power. Easy, just pull down on that handle. There we go. We are tilling. God, it's stony old ground. well, a bit lumpy and bumpy, bit hard to manage, especially on that rougher ground. And to be honest with you, it's actually done pretty well, because look at some of the stuff we're raking out. Pretty impressive, but I think the big thing with it is because of these blades, it probably didn't do as much damage as it would have if it had more tines on it.
The more traditional still with a vertical crank engine, so same sort of engine as you'd find on their lawnmowers. Fairly simple design, fairly traditional design that everyone recognises, with the tines underneath driving it forward. You've got reverse on it as well, so let's set sail up through there and see if I can till anything. We're going. We're already going, look. So in this easier soil, you can see it's digging right in and not bouncing around so much. Stop.
So just like James, I'm going to hold on like a bucking bronco, and I've got the Alkylate MH770. It's got the horizontal crank engine and it is belt driven. Right, let's fire her up. There we go. God. Got some power. There's no getting away from it, that's hard work. Let's see if we can find some easier ground.
We've got to find easier ground. Right, so on the softer bit, we're actually done a pretty good job. You can see over here the BCS has left a fairly nice fine tilth behind, has got that roller on the back which does massively help, and then onto where the Bertolini has gone up through, it's left a little bit rougher, but I'd say it's actually chewed up the ground better, but then it's not quite as rooty as that.
And then when you move on to the Alkylate, still very similar performances, but you've got to realise that is something we've got to hold on to, and we're pulling it back and we're holding on to it so it's not dragging us forward. And you can see the tilth itself is okay in places, but you have got this sort of larger stuff. But again, the ground down on this side is a little bit rockier, a little bit stonier. They have done pretty good for what they are.
Have you found a bit of soil there?
There is a little bit of soil.
Amazing, I just thought it was hardcore.
So, before we carry on the test, guys, I've got one quick question for you. Are you an employer or are you an employee and work part of a team? Well, this video is sponsored by the Connect Team app, and we're going to show you all about it. So, Connect Team is an all-in-one employee app. It's basically where your employees can log in on their mobile phone, or as an employer, log in on your desktop. It's an all-in-one app for time saving, timekeeping, job management, HR, and so on. So Connect Team is easy to use and easy to set up, and it also means all your employees have got all the information they need in the palm of their hands. Connect Team is an app to allow you to engage and to manage your entire workforce. It simplifies day-to-day running of the business and allows you to focus on growing the business to the next level. So we downloaded the Connect Team app a few days ago, and it's helped us out immensely. You can click on the link below and that will take you onto the Connect Team app so you can download it and have you go yourself. Let's check out some of their features. So it's really easy to supply updates to employees quickly. You can either use internal chat to just speak one-to-one, or you can have a group of employees and you can send them all tasks in one go. As you can see here, I've just sent a message to James asking how the job's going and does he need any more materials. Gone are the days of paper forms going to HR. I want to book a day off. It's as simple as clicking one button. I can select the day, the reason why, and then it can be sent to management. One of the reasons we downloaded the app is it helps with our time saving and makes us work more efficient. Right, let's open a job scheduler and see what Alex is doing. So as the app is desktop and app based, it means you can basically assign tasks for your staff members, make sure that they're booking out all the hours of the day and making sure your business is more profitable and efficient. Alex has booked out these washing machines today, and he's got our new Karcher pressure washer. So Connect Team is a really affordable option, and it allows you to basically use one app to control all your employees and management of day-to-day running of the business. So it means you haven't got to have loads and loads of apps running all in one go, and then people get confused with what's going on. So the app is completely free to download and is free up to 10 users. If you've got a team of 10 or more, then you've got a 14-day free trial and you don't even need to insert your credit card details.
So we've just come down to my neighbour's garden, who have very kindly let us have these two beds to do a test in. Now, it's not clean soil to find out what the tilth's going to be like. This is if you are looking to buy a rotavator because you've got grounds or gardens that haven't been touched for many years. So say you've, just taken it on and think, yeah, it's going to make it easier than a rotavator. This is going to be a test to see what they can actually do. And in true British gardening fashion, it started raining. Yes, I think Michael Fish done the weather forecast this morning.
Right, so it's not the biggest area in the world, but it will give you a good idea of what these machines are capable of. We've got about 25, 30 foot worth of ground, and we're going to start a machine from each end of the strip. We've got 2 strips, and James is going to start off with the Alco.
Wally, we're meant to be rotavating this bit, not digging it up with our paws.
I'm roughing up the King Edward potatoes. Or are they Desiree? I don't know, actually.
Well, you're making it easier for the Bertolini, that's all I'll say.
Here it is. 1 potato.
Claw them back. Give it a dig in to start with, like so. Oh, you toad. That takes some hanging on to in that sort of ground. But I've done an amazing job, obviously. Why wouldn't it? It's out of breath, mate, so good luck.
Poor potatoes.
The ground's softer than mine. Lots of potatoes though, Josh. Bertolini Malini.
Right, expecting great things from this BCS. £7,000 has got to be good, hasn't it? Here we go then. Now we're down and dirty. Oh, there he says.
Right, so the Alco has gone in fairly deep, to be quite honest. It took some holding on to though, there's no getting away from that. Churned it up and now, well, a lot of weeding to be done.
So again, the still dug in really nice and deep, and it's given a nice till. And I did think actually it was a little bit smoother than using the Alco. It wasn't quite so juddery.
So although Wally has done a great job trying to dig up the garden with us, the Bertolini has done a nice even job, and to be quite honest has dug up a nice bit of soil. With the rear-tine tiller, it is very simplistic to use. You've just got your handles at the back, and once you go in, it's just working it, rocking it forward and back. But it did create a big lump at the end that it sort of was building up in underneath, which perhaps if I'd just gone back a little bit, moved out of the way and gone again, it would have been much easier.
So there's no getting away from it. The BCS is an absolute weapon, but it has got a hell of a lot of controls. Now, I did find with it, obviously being a 7-gram machine, you are going to expect a awesome tilth. And look at this, James. What do you think of that?
It has done a cracking job, hasn't it? To compare, especially comparing it to the others, that has gone down 6 inches, if not more, and I can just spoon that out with my hands.
Beautiful. It's like a cake mixture.
It is.
Now obviously I did go really deep. I did get a little bit of wheel spin, but the beauty behind that is you have got a diff lock. So if you've got one wheel spinning, lock your diff lock in, and then I could literally use it one-handed.
And to be able to go that deep in one pass on that sort of ground, which hasn't probably done touch for 2 years, probably.
Yeah, probably.
That is phenomenal. All right, so that's them all tidied up. Yes, we did use the BCS. Obviously, we're going to. Who wouldn't? But the other machines have done a good job. They would just take a lot more work to be able to get to the standard that the BCS has, and obviously a lot more to hold on to as well. So we can bring you the very best content. We have split this video into 2 parts. This is part 1, and then in part 2, you are definitely going to want to subscribe so you don't miss out on it, because for 1, I get one of the rotavators stuck, and 2, Josh breaks a shear bolt on another. So definitely worth checking that out very soon, because it will be the next video that lands. Thank you very much for watching this one, and we will see you in the next one. Cheerio!